That's what he said with Cedric D. Sanders.
Hello, my name is Cedric, and along with my beautiful wife, Connie, we'll be hosting my brand new podcast, That's What I Said. I'm a retired Navy veteran that suffers from PTSD and anxiety, and we'll discuss how I cope with the mental illness through comedy and discussion. It's a podcast that will talk about everything from cryptocurrency to comedy. If we are worrying about the dollar going up and down, up and down, up and down, and it's still a dollar, guess what? The value of that means absolutely nothing. Cryptocurrency in itself is the future of money. From spirituality to cannabis. To have cannabis on the Schedule 1 list is bullshit. I'm sorry, it is. It makes absolutely no sense. If it's a seed that can be planted and it has healing properties in it, why the hell is it in Schedule 1? Last time I checked, cocaine don't have a healing property in it. From interracial relationships, I don't have a problem with people talking about interracial relationships. People try to talk bad about my interracial relationship just to think that they can get under my skin. I mean, really, it don't bother me. I mean, let's not make, call a spade a spade. But if you have a problem with someone that's in love, it shouldn't matter the race of the person. It's mental illness in our community. The problem is people want to put labels on it. Everybody wants to put color on everything. And as soon as you put color on it, it gets treated differently. The money gets treated funny. Because if it's dealing with Asians, guess what? It's going to take a longer process unless those leaders step up and get into the president's face or U.S. leaders' face and say, this is a problem in our community. Not leaving one topic unturned. If you want to hear real, authentic conversation, interviews, and comedy, please take time to listen to That's What I Said, because I said what I said.
Giving you 100% authentic, real, raw, unapologetic truth with no filter. Listen to That's What I Said. Available on your favorite podcast platform.
Which way?
Cedric D. Sanders.
Which way?
They probably just eat ass with a baby spoon.
Which way?
That's what he said. That's what he said. Yeah. 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 That's what he said. That ain't my fault. That's what he said. That's what he said.
Which way?
That's what he said.
Which way?
That ain't my fault. I'm just gonna lay it down like this though. That's what he said. That's what he said. That's what he said. That's what he said. When I say my shit, I'ma repeat my shit. I'ma make sure you understand the foundation of everything where I'm coming from. Don't get it twisted. That ain't my fault.
Which way?
That's what I said. What? That's what I said. That's what I said. That's what I said.
Which way?
Wow. We gon' do it like that. Yeah.
Which way? Which way?
They probably just eat ass with a baby spoon.
Welcome to another episode of That's What I Said with your host, Cedric Sanders. Giving you 100% authentic, real, raw, unapologetic truth with no filter. The broadcast starts now.
I mean, some people will hate you only because you do great in life.
Right.
Even in your community, it's like contagious. You feeling doing great, so you're going to do great. And when you give back to the all. You give back to everyone. You give back to the ones that's in need. You give to the ones that's got a dream. Didn't mean to rhyme that, but it's the truth. You give the ones that's in need, and you give to the ones that have a dream. And a lot of times we are mean to those people.
Right.
Because we don't know the circumstances. We don't know what they've been through in their life. So we can't just sit here and continuously allow a systematic failure to help people. Because that's what we're doing, even financially. It's like you have the information and you're becoming better financially because now it's like you're able to touch a lot more things because you understand finances, you understand credit and everything else like that. So it's like now you're starting to move the way you should be able to move financially. It's Friday. Oh, no, it's not. It's Saturday. My bad. Get my days all mixed up. It's Saturday.
Yes.
Yes. Peace and love to y'all. What's good, everybody? As That's What I Said, the podcast, live and direct on Facebook as always, that I'm actually getting ready to stop doing. And I'll talk about that in a minute. It's on Instagram. I'm not live on Instagram, but it's on Instagram, as well as Twitter. And what else? What other? I'm trying to think. There's a couple of more places. It goes on YouTube, and it also goes on Twitch. So everybody, they don't have an excuse to say that they support me when I'm putting it on basically all platforms that you can really listen, not just, organically, but to just be taking part of the podcast. So peace and love to everybody. Hope everybody's enjoying their Saturday. It is definitely Saturday, not Friday.
Exactly.
And I think the reason why that is because Saturday is actually a more comfortable day to do it than Friday. I was trying to do it Friday because, I think Friday was the ample opportunity, I think, for me to do it. But, taking in consideration, I do have a co-host.
Yes.
My wife, Connie. Say what's good, baby.
What's good? Thanks, everybody, for joining us for another episode. Yeah, Saturdays are a little bit more, I guess, comfortable, relaxing, can really get into it.
Right.
And, unfortunately, Fridays for me are typical work days, and I just want to unwind.
I feel you on that. I feel you. I want to say what's good to everybody that's viewing and listening on Facebook and all those platforms that I mentioned, as well as Spreaker.com. You can download the app. You can search That's What I Said for the podcast. Save it as a favorite. And be able to actually participate and send comments when I go live. So it gives you I think, a good sense of being able to listen to someone that really is just coming from himself. It's not news journalist or your favorite person to come on Facebook and give their opinion about some shit that you really, in your own right, have your own opinion about. But their way of delivering it is a little bit more, I don't know, comedic or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, they may be giving it to you in a different form. However, the way we do things is very different. So
I do my podcast live, first off, and I'm not doing that to brag. I'm doing that to say it's improv.
Oh, absolutely.
It's not scripted. I might have certain things in an ideal motion for us to talk about it because it's comfortable for me to do it that way. But we don't have like an idea. I tell you right now, I don't have an idea of what I talk about on my podcast. And I started to go in that direction more because one of my favorite artists is Lil Wayne. He don't write lyrics. He gets on the mic, goes in the studio, and just, I'm going to do it. Yeah, I'm on my way.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it my way.
Just spits it how he spits it.
And to me, listening to comedy and being funny myself, and I love watching comedy. I love watching how talented these comedians are and how they, you know, choose to do their comedy because everybody's different. It allowed me to say, you know what, I could do a podcast with nothing written down other than what I want to talk about.
Yep.
And that usually happens about 30 minutes before I do the podcast.
Sometimes less.
Hey, sometimes less. Let's be real. Sometimes less. But a lot of times I try to think about my podcast ahead of time just for all the other stuff that we talk about. Kind of fillers. Even though I try to keep my podcast within an hour, because to me, anything more than that is an expectation to entertain that person. This is not a show, it's a broadcast.
Right, exactly.
So you're going to be entertained in the broadcast, but at the same time, that entertaining aspect of what I like to do as far as being funny and being, you know, comedian or comedy, make people laugh. That's like the first medicine anybody should have. I try to put out how I feel about things, certain things in life, not trending, but kind of trending. Maybe the ideal conversation that a lot of people don't want to have and should have, I'll have it here. And I think that's why I'm so focused on trying to reach the audience and try to tell people, have a conversation to just be open with anything and everything, regardless of what it is.
Yeah.
Case in point, I'm not going to talk about the topic right now. Let's talk about this Queen Elizabeth passing away.
I mean, it's a sad day for those folks. It really, because she has been the only person that most of those people grew up with. She's been the relevant person, you know, in their life. She's 96 years old. Her and I share. We were born on the same day, you know, but now that her legacy is being left in the hands of, now he's King Charles. I don't know where that's going to go. I don't know if that's going to be something that the people are truly going to embrace.
I'm going to say this, coming from Cedric. Not even just what I know. I'm going to leave my emotions at the door, because really it's I've seen how bad our society of people have become. On one end, there's people that really have compassion for the loss of Queen Elizabeth, not because of the fact that she reigned or had a monarchy basically for 70 years, the long reigning person to ever be head of state of England. For 70 years. Mm-hmm. And they do it by monarchy. So then there's Black Twitter. And outside of just Black Twitter, just how some Black people feel. They have been desensitized of feeling remorse or some type of compassion, because not only was she a king, she was someone's mom, she was someone's grandmother, she was someone's aunt. And it's like people lost the whole idea of having compassion, all because of how they treat Black people. And now Black people are able to express themselves how they feel. And people actually physically get to see how separated Black people are on certain things. I can guarantee you this. If a famous black woman was to pass away, that has happened. Cicely Tyson passed away.
Right.
Yeah, it was on all the news outlets about her passing away. But did they shut the town down for a month?
No.
Did they mourn for a whole month?
Nope.
Because that's what they're doing over in the UK.
Oh, wow.
They mourn for a month. They have 10 days where they ring this bell to remind everybody of her passing.
Now, is she going to be kind of like what they do when ex-presidents pass or
yeah, she's going to be
lying in
at
state.
Buckingham. She's laying in state in Buckingham Palace. I believe she's there now. I'm not for sure. I haven't been following the news like that. I just don't. I mean,
yeah.
I just get alerts of big shit. I don't look at the local. It's too depressing.
So for 10 days, they ring these bells.
They ring these
basically while
bells,
she's
which is
laying
kind
there.
of the whole mourning thing. But they have in those 10 days, they have this process of how they plan the funeral. And everything. Okay. And when the funeral is going to be and all this other stuff. So then, this is stuff that they already planned. So some of this stuff is already in motion. Like, Charles became King Charles less than 24 hours after she passed. Matter of fact, I think I was picking you up from work.
Yeah, when they was talking about
When it
it
was
on the-
I was listening to it on CNN. I was driving on Sirius XM. And they said all these things. And then right then, I mean, like the news had came out like maybe 2 hours before, maybe an hour before that.
Yeah.
And they were already calling him King Charles. Like one of the first statements that came out from the prime minister that literally got sworn in a couple days before that by the Queen.
Right.
So anyway,
Which is just crazy to me because she was in fairly decent health if she's swearing in a new prime minister.
yeah, and then she had some health issues that went along with that people were talking about, saying that, you know, she has been hospitalized before and the whole COVID thing. And
Gotcha.
look, people, from my aspect of reality, I have to agree. They don't control anything. It's you know, there's just a face. They're just a monarchy, a history of government that has never changed, that has gone back centuries. So everybody wants to talk about the Meghan Markle thing when she got married. Everybody talk about the dark face and everything else. Let's do a little history lesson. Okay. Her family has been a monarchy for thousands of years. Okay. Her uncle didn't become king because he married an American woman. Meghan ain't gonna ever be queen. I want y'all to get this out there. Not even because of the fact that she's half black. It's because of the fact her son, her grandson, married out of the form of what they've already, you know, have put in place. And basically he's like, bruh, I'm gonna marry who the hell I want.
Yeah, because they kind of do things, they prearrange marital things.
I'm Matt. Mario said, wrap up the podcast.
I saw that and
Hop
I
on
was
the
about
plane.
to say something, but I wanted you to finish your thought on what you was talking about, Mario.
I'm gonna say this:
No.
if the NFL started next week,
oh,
I'm on the first thing smoking.
that would have been a wrap next week.
Actually, I would have actually literally shut the podcast down right now. I would have called Mario. I would be like, bruh, you seen any flights? Like, I'll take a red eye somewhere, see where the connecting flight is coming in, wherever. Mm-hmm. I just need a hotel for one night, and it ain't tonight. It's for Sunday night, because I ain't flying back till Monday. Fuck you mean? Chiefs playing Arizona? Fuck you mean?
Yeah.
And I didn't even really think about it, to be honest with you, at the time that my brother lived in Arizona. I think about it every time else. On Wednesday nights and Monday nights. But I don't never really think about that shit. And when it comes to football, until when I saw that comment, I was like, damn, you know what? That is the Chiefs' first game. And they're playing Arizona Cardinals. God damn. So anyway, shout out to my Chiefs. Shout out to the 49ers. 49ers actually look like they may do something in the NFC West. Because what other team in the NFC West is really capable of making them not go to the playoffs? Let's be real. I mean, we could talk about sports if we want to. It is my podcast.
Yep. You talk about whatever you want.
So let's turn this page real quick. In the NFC West, there's the Cardinals, there's the 49ers, which the Chiefs are playing. I think the Chiefs play them this year. I can't remember. I don't remember.
What's good, Tara? Thanks for popping in and joining us.
What's good, Tara? Peace. I was just thinking about yourself. We need to have a phone call. Let's say tomorrow at some point, whenever you got some time. I got to rap with you. Anywho, this is a live podcast, so I didn't put your business out there. I just put it out there that I need to yap at y'all. Yeah, so I'm mad because I didn't prioritize, and I need to prioritize better. So I'm saying this live, so it's a record. I owe a trip to Arizona
for multiple reasons.
For multiple reasons,
not just Mario.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Not just you, Mario.
But the Chiefs play the 49ers October 23rd in San Francisco. I'm saying this live, Mario. Bet. I know he's going to that game. I will make sure I buy a ticket. You tell me the best hotel to stay at by the stadium or what you recommend.
Oh, he said he's not going.
What? I hate you. Because I would go. I probably should anyway because I've been in that stadium before. Like I didn't tell you that story. When I was at,
we can talk about it later.
Oh, bet that. When I went to San Francisco.
Yeah, we've talked about that one a few times. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they took the bus to Lemoore. Yeah, we ain't gonna talk about that. I remember that game though. It was San Francisco against the Denver Broncos, and Denver won. It was a sad day. It was a good day. They had Terrell Owens then. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got to meet him. But anyway, so moving right along, the NFC West has the Cardinals, 49ers, Seahawks, and Rams. The Rams just displayed probably the worst defense of an NFL championship I have ever seen, ever. Buffalo Bills got a team, and they showed it on Thursday.
Yeah, my son was harassing me. He's like, Mom, I cannot believe you done switched sides. You done switched up. You dropped the Bills to go to the Chiefs? Man, what's wrong with you? I was like, look, there's a thing called I haven't watched football in a long time, and when Sid and I got together, it's what it was. We was rocking the Chiefs, and now that we're married, it's even more so rocking the Chiefs, and it is what it is. I mean, yeah, I'm from New York. I lived 20, 30 minutes from the stadium in Buffalo. Never, ever went to a game. But I mean, damn, it's all good. Whatever.
I got you, Mario. So, yeah, you're right. I mean, I get that. And, okay, let me just say this. Aaron Donald, that basically was going to retire. And the Rams was like, we'll pay you. Woo. He gets this big check and didn't do shit. Cooper Kupp was the only person like, yo, I'm still the man. I mean, bro was out there acting a fool. Now, Diggs did his thing, though. I mean, Diggs did his thing. I mean, Jalen Ramsey can't say shit. He got burnt by himself. Like, literally, he got burnt by himself. It wasn't nothing that Diggs did but run the route. Jalen Ramsey thought something was going to happen inside. Like, bruh, who you think is behind you? You are the safety that's supposed to be very back in the back. Nothing behind you in the back of the back. Nothing behind you in the back of the back. Like, he sits in the back of every vehicle because can't shit get by him at all. Bruh, Jalen Ramsey needs to sit the whole hell down. Now, Cam Akers, on the other hand, that they went and got. Yo, bro. Hey. We need you. I got you. His own coach basically got out there and said, I need Cam Akers to actually play some football. That's not exactly what he said, but in so many words, that's what he said. What about the other motherfuckers you paid $100 million to? You gonna pick the cheapest dude that you paid on the salary?
Well,
you know Aaron Donald will beat your ass. That's why you ain't say that shit to him. You know Jalen Ramsey crazy. That's why you didn't say it to him. I'm sorry, Cam Akers is like, he a big dude. But it's like, they didn't do no snaps to him. And now it's like they're blaming him. But there's a lot more to that. I know. Stafford's racist. I'm done. So I just think it's just a whole lot more. A hot pile of garbage that's going on over there. So anyway, anything that we want to chap on?
We do. So last week we were going to talk a little bit about the incident that occurred with Miss Stacey Dash.
Oh, fuck.
I don't know if y'all have seen this or not.
I'm sure they have. But
this woman, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, got one live and...
No. You got to go back.
When she boohoo cried. And
No. What happened before that?
Oh, I don't know what happened.
Okay, so you can't discuss that yet. Because this is a week. Okay, the acknowledgement a week before that was that She did not know DMX died.
That's what I was going to talk. That's what I was just about to say.
Okay, she did not know that she was crying and everything else because she did not know DMX died. Then this week, she goes live again.
Right. Playing DMX music in the background.
Crying.
Yelling, rebuke the devil.
Yeah, rebuke the devil. Okay, so.
I'm sorry, but Miss Dash,
I know I need to take a break because
we need you to get some assistance.
I really did not want to do this, but I'm going to do it.
Get him. Oh, Green Jimmy the cricket suit wearing ass motherfucker. Get him. Oh, short Colin Powell haircut having ass motherfucker. Get him. Little Angela Davis mustache wearing ass motherfucker.
How do you go from having this great acting career,
like
to being confused about the color of your skin, to where you support what you want to support, but then come back well after they did a whole live video that I posted on my Facebook of DMX's funeral,
right?
Them riding through Yonkers that I posted on my Facebook, and allowed the people of where he was born, where he grew up in Yonkers, New York, that I posted on Facebook, and gave people the love, because those people was out in the streets. I mean, they had a whole motorcade that went through Yonkers, and them people was out there, and I posted on Facebook, and it was something that I will never forget, because I knew where I was. I was over at my boy's house watching it, and the sissy that we know that lives in Yonkers, New York, that I posted on Facebook. It was like we was there together.
Yeah.
Because she called me and we watching it on the TV and had my boys there, and we was just like, damn. And I posted on Facebook. So it was really like.
It was deep.
It was deep, and there was no way that nobody could not see that. Like even the funeral, because we was watching the funeral because it was on BET, and we was mad. And we was like trying to figure it out because we wasn't getting the right channel. And then when we finally found it and stuff, and we actually was able to watch that funeral.
Yeah.
It was like, man. It just like made you feel like you was there
exactly
at the funeral, paying your respects and stuff, and like in the house we was playing DMX music that I posted on Facebook. And what?
You and I posted on Facebook.
Daniel, what's good, bro? What's good, bruh?
You a hot mess.
I was what? I said what?
I posted on Facebook.
Well, I did. I mean, I posted it on my Facebook, y'all. So if y'all want to
scroll the timeline forever,
yeah,
you'll find it.
It's on my Facebook. If you're not a friend of my Facebook, send me a request. Cedric D. Sanders, or search That's What I Said, and you'll be able to get my link.
Yeah, but it's really sad that she truly was an up and coming superstar actress. Like she played.
I wouldn't say. I'm not. I didn't say she was a superstar.
No, I know you didn't.
I said she was a great actor. No, I don't think she. No, don't. I will fight that all day long. I don't think she was a superstar actress. I'll say that with her on the fucking phone or on my podcast. She was not. She is not and will not be a superstar actress. She never was. She was in a placement. There. No, I don't think she was getting there. I think she was at a pivotal time for black actresses to be in different genres of film that was actually being watched not only just by the white community, but the black community and every other community through that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she effectively was able to bridge that gap and say black people really can actually do movies and fit in. And then I think that spectrum kind of helped open doors for a lot of other black actresses that were in her age bracket to take that leap of faith to act.
Yeah, I can agree with that. But I do think she was an up and coming good actress as far as she was getting her footing to get to that next level. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know where the hell she fell off at, because
I do.
It was just like,
I do.
All of a sudden,
when Donald Trump said he was running for president, this was okay. So you ever seen those movies where like the aliens or the mutants coming to infect the world and people got to accept them and shit and all this? Okay. So when Trump said he was running for president, this is what people in the black community call coons. These motherfuckers came out of an incubative state, did a couple extra, showings on Walking Dead, just to make sure they got that shit together. They got all that shit together, right? And then as soon as the vote came in saying that he was going to be president, that's when all these I don't want to be black no more just all of a sudden just became complete fucking retards. It's like, okay, first off, you was black, you was talking to black people. You listen to DMX, which is not necessarily altogether, black experience, is also a white experience just because of some of the things that he puts out and how he does it in his concerts. I heard Off the Chain that I posted on Facebook. So it's not even something that I can really get to a better understanding of why in the complete hell she did what she did. Because I'm not a psychologist. I don't think I need to go to school to be a psychologist or just anybody that wants to sit somebody in a fucking sofa. I don't think I need to go to school for that.
No.
Because if she actually came to my practice, that's what I said, just sit your ass down, chair. If she would have just came to that's what I said, just sit your ass down, chair.
Done.
I would have completely answered all these questions. Make sure you write that shit down because I want that shit on a t-shirt. That's what I said, sit your ass down, chair. If she would have sat her ass in that chair, I guarantee you none of this shit would have ever fucking happened. I would have never leaked that shit on social media, and I would have told her, don't you ever get on fucking Facebook and tell nobody. A couple years after DMX passed away, you just now found the fuck out?
Like, yo, where the hell you been for 2 freaking years?
See, these are the type of people, I swear, these are the type of people that you have a conversation about drugs and somebody saying these drugs hit harder.
What the hell?
And this motherfucker sitting around here like, yo, cocaine is just, off the chain. Bitch, that's one of the other drugs that motherfuckers don't want you to do. What the hell are you talking about? This is her. She's the other drug. We don't talk about crack as much because we dealing with the whole fentanyl shit. And I don't think motherfuckers, I think that's, to be honest with you, I think that scared the shit out of crackheads. And whatever the fuck else they putting that shit in. I think that shit is, I'm just being honest. I think that scared the shit out of crackheads. Them motherfuckers is like, man, they got some shit that's gonna kill you. What that shit make you feel before you die, though? I'm an asshole. Let me stop.
Yeah, I don't know. It just, all that shit just like last week, that post that she made, and then this week, I'm like, hold up. Where is this chick at? Like, what is going on?
I'm gonna put it like this. They say don't never put anybody under the bus, but she's been under the bus. She's under the bus that has hydraulics with Bigfoot tires on that bitch. She has been under that bus for forever. And it's not because somebody thrown her ass under it. She's the only person under that bus because she threw a whole community.
She put herself there.
Yeah, she put her whole self there because she put a whole community under the bus just by her statements and comments about black people. And this is what happens when you come across a lot of money and you get around a lot of people, i.e. that are not black. that have the same tax bracket you have, you start thinking and talking just like they ass when you have never experienced anything that they've ever fucking done. You are a black woman. There is nothing but prejudice that you've been dealing with. And if it's not prejudice that you've been dealing with, then it's been some type of racism that you've been dealing with. Because that's the only two things that black people deal with. Not one black person on this fucking earth can tell me that they have never dealt with prejudice or some type of racism in their fucking life. Regardless if you introduce it into your life or you just accept the shit because you're just not listening to them. But that type of shit happens. I don't give a damn who you are. And if you don't experience it, something's wrong with you.
Right.
Because no, I'll put it to you like this. I'm not even trying to be, Sally Struthers or some shit. Like give food to the fucking hungry niggas in Africa. No, that's not what I'm trying to be. What I'm trying to tell you is reality. This is the fucking reality. As a black man on this fucking planet for 48 fucking years, I get judged walking out my fucking house that I bought with my wife in Virginia.
Yep.
Every fucking day.
Yep. We deal with racism every day.
So I don't want to hear nobody talking about, oh, I know your pain. No, the fuck you don't.
Nope.
People are like, why you live in Kansas City? You know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, I don't need to be in Kansas City to prove a fucking point. I'm from Kansas City, nigga. Let's not get it fucking twisted. I was born and raised in Kansas City, Missouri. That shit is still in my blood. That shit never left me.
Right.
That shit ain't gonna never leave me. When you born and raised from Kansas City, Missouri, it's in you. The shit that people are doing down there right now, I don't understand it. I just don't understand it. Because when I was growing up, yeah, you had to watch your back and you had to do this shit, but you had a little bit of freedom to actually enjoy shit.
Yeah.
But at the same time, nowadays, it's to the point where it's like you got to watch where you going and shit. You got to make sure you have a glizzy with you every time you fucking go somewhere. I mean, like Lil Duval used to say, I got my fire on me. Why I got to worry about my fire being on me when I'm in my hometown?
Right.
It's because of jealousy. Going into my fucking topic. A lot of it's jealousy. And a lot of it is because people are envious of your success. People are jealous of you, not because they hate you. It's because they're envious of your success.
And we already know.
So don't get it twisted. Just because my wife is black, nigga, I'm still a nigga. I'm still hood as fuck. And as much as y'all want to sit around here and talk about somebody being a nigga, that's fine. That is completely fine. That is your observation. The reality is this. Black people don't change because of the person they choose to love for the rest of their life, the person they choose to spend the rest of their life with. That's not a settlement. We're not settling down just because of the fact, oh, well, this motherfucker love me. Okay, I just learn to love him. How you gonna learn to love an ugly nigga? Explain that to me, please. I don't give a damn the color of your skin. You ugly, you ugly. It don't matter if you white, black, Mexican, Asian. It doesn't matter. Puerto Rican, Dominican, African, Asian Pacific Islander, Alaskan, hippopotamus, or orangutan, ostrich. I don't give a fuck what you are. If you ugly, you ugly. That don't mean that person can't be with somebody.
Right.
But the fact you talking about somebody or judging them because of the color of their fucking skin,
it's irritating.
You can't accept the fact that this person can be in love with whoever they want to be with.
Yep.
Oh, be goddamn if it's a white woman. Oh, be goddamn if a white woman was with a Mexican, or if a black woman was with a white man. I already know I'm gonna lose people on this on my Facebook Live on social media because they pussies hurt. I don't give a fuck.
Oh well.
And if I don't, that's great. That's because you fuck with me or you listen to me and you like what you listen to. That's great. And I'm sorry about my language. I'm not trying to be an asshole, I do have a very good vernacular. And I'm trying to keep that vernacular intact. Because you don't have to necessarily go to cuss words, but sometimes you necessarily do.
To get your point across.
To get your point across. To let people know how passionate you are. And unfortunately, the society we live in, people don't understand your passion unless you actually kind of grit your teeth and say, fuck.
Yeah.
And it may not necessarily be negative. It may be just how passionate you are about something. But guess what? I am passionate about how people see people because you can't be consistent. You can't even be consistent with supporting people, yet you're trying to be consistent in how racist you are. But you're not racist. Because other people are racist against you, you can't be racist, right? That's the equation. That's the equation that a lot of people think. I can't be racist because people are being racist to me. They're always racist to me. No, you just hate people that are racist towards you, and it just happened to be the majority of those people are the same people that don't like you. Ain't that the same shit with jealousy and envy?
Right. And those two things.
You basically are jealous over someone that you actually should be loving and supporting and hoping that can get out of the fucking ghetto and get out of low income housing and can get in the middle class or even upper middle class or whatever the case may be rich. Now I'm going to rob him and take him for what he got. To do what?
Right.
To do what?
What's that going to do for you?
Buy some weed?
Pack cigarettes?
What? Is it going to help pay for somebody's bill? When you can't get a job because of the path that you chose to go down and that you still in and you won't change from, because literally you could change from that because they got programs. They got people that really want to help people change and give them an income and teach them a trade so they can grow old and say, yeah, man, I was a nigga out there, boy. I was robbing niggas just because, but nigga, I got this job down here. I've been down there with 25 years. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to take care of my family. I bought a house, bought a car. They taught me all that shit. You know, I got me a little house outside of the hood, even though I still go back there every now and again. But my family's safe. They ain't got to worry about none of that shit. They ain't got to worry about no gunshots. But see, people don't necessarily want to feel like they got to get out of a situation or get out of an area because it's bad or it's because this is what I can afford. The problem is that we can't even accept people for where they at in life. Everybody's judging everybody. The rich people judging the poor people judging the rich people. Middle class people are sitting there like, I ain't necessarily judging poor because I've been poor, and I ain't necessarily judging rich because I ain't there yet.
Yeah.
It's the same thing in the military, believe it or not. Believe it or not, it's just like the military. When you get that job and you're right in the middle, you can play dumb or you can play smart. You can act like you're a junior or you can act like you're a senior. People are going to respect you regardless of the spectrum is. They're going to treat you as accordingly.
Right. They're going to treat you accordingly.
If you were an E5 and you act like an E3, trust me, you ain't going to get a lot of shit. But if you're E5 that actually acts like an E6 or does things of an E6 or even an E7, people are going to look at you more and be like, yo, he's doing the thing and he knows his job. What we got to do? You know what I'm saying?
They're going to respect you a little bit more because they see you striving to do better, not only for yourself, but bringing the crew with you and leading the way. Right. And you're actually being able to be the staple of that department or whatever you work at. I mean, not necessarily in the military. It can even be in the civil job and civilian world. Right. It could be in the government. It doesn't matter where you at. You know, the position you hold is the position they hired you at. That doesn't mean that your mentality has to be on that level. Correct. You know what that level is higher than that because that's where you want to be at. So that's how you need to position yourself. And position yourself is the expectations of that higher ranking person. What does that higher ranking person need from you? You know they need it, and you know they're going to ask you for it. So why wait until they ask you? Just have the shit done. Exactly. It's like planning positional moves doesn't start with a conversation with your boss. It starts a conversation with yourself and how much you know. Because if you don't know, that's when you're supposed to know. You learn how your boss needs things, and then you perfect how you do things.
That's the only way it's not about promotion. It's about knowing you could do the job of what that person is doing. So when you see that job, you apply for it.
Exactly.
And then when you apply for it and you get the job, everybody's like, how the hell did this person get the job? Psh, I can tell you why.
Yep.
And I didn't think about it until they gave me their 2 weeks notice. Everything I asked that person to do, it was there 5 days before. Like this, it's like this mug had it already done.
They didn't need a deadline.
They didn't need no deadline. It's like, yo, I need this, bam, bam, bam. It was on my desk before I walked out to close the business. How about that?
Yep.
I'm exaggerating because we emailed back and forth with a couple of changes, but it was only like a couple.
Yeah.
So it's like, we don't even look at life that way.
No.
I went down this whole rabbit hole to say this. Sometimes we as people don't even acknowledge the people around us until we don't need them no more. When we don't even need the people that's around us, it's like we create bigger circles just so we can fire people. It's like your circle is so big, you cannot give a shit about 10 people and you still got 12 that's sitting over here loyal to you. And that's the people you're going to talk to. Because they know who you are. They know you're going to be a missing in action type nigga. You're going to go out there and talk to somebody to try to bring them on. But you're going to always be loyal to us because we've been fucking with you for like 9-10 years. We know you coming back. Because they're going to figure you out and leave you the fuck alone. That's what they've evolved to. We just here for the cushion and blow that you're not going to tell us about. You're not going to tell us y'all not friends no more because he caught you in a lie and now he don't want to fuck with you because he knows that you a liar. And not to mention the fact that the lie that you told was detrimental, not just because of his life, but because of what he does. And that's why he ain't fucking with you. But that's not the story you're going to tell us. The story you're going to tell us is that motherfucker's full of shit. He think he's better than me because of this, or he thinks he's better than everybody because of that, blah, blah, blah. He going to make it all blown up and dramatic about them instead of telling the truth. That's what those 12 friends are for. Because they feel sorry for that nigga and they don't want to let him go. That's the reality of it. The reality is that we push people off to the side because we don't want to deal with their bullshit. But we still hold on to them because we don't see them. We don't want to see them go through any bullshit either. The problem is that we as a whole go through so much stuff that we don't even acknowledge because we're one of those 12 people. We got to stop being one of those 12 people and be an individual and allow the people that's going to be around us to be around us. We can't be those 12 people.
Right.
I'm not going to sit there and support somebody that treats people like shit, including the 12 friends that he has that's been rocking with him for however long. And not once have they sat down and talked to this mug and say, look, bro, I'm not going to do this no more. I'm enabling you to be a fucked up individual with so many other people. The only problem is that you keep meeting people that actually know that you full of shit. When you stop... I'm sorry.
My apologies.
It's the truth, though.
Oh, yeah.
It's the truth.
Oh.
People say that everything happens in the circle. Everything happens in this perfect circle. And you keep doing it. You don't never evolve. You just keep doing the shit. So I'm talking to my spiritual people out here. Your success is based on the people around you. No matter, your success is based on the people around you. Rather it's 0 people or them 12 people or 10 or 5 or 8. Your success is based on the people around you. If you got a bunch of ain't shit ass people around you and you just doing all this spiritual work and I'm going to just not worry about doing my little, going back and doing shadow work and everything because every time I do it, it just brings up stuff I don't want to deal with and blah, blah, blah. You don't want to grow the fuck up. That's what you don't want to do. You just don't want to grow up. You just want to have 12 people that'll admit to leaving you the fuck alone only because of the fact they know that you full of shit. They just won't tell you full of shit because they care so much about you. Yet in turn, you keep meeting people that keep telling you ain't shit. And not only are they telling you ain't shit, they're trying to help you so you ain't shit ass person. But you keep being that ain't shit ass person.
Well.
And when you meet that real one, and I mean real as hell, to the point where they actually slow conversate with you before they blow the fuck up and tell you about yourself. I'm talking about me. Because that's who I am. I'm a slow talk your ass down that ramp off the plank before I kick your bitch ass in the water. You getting off the boat. You ain't getting off the success train because guess what? The train you still on is the same bullshit you been on. That same bullshit ass shit you been on is the same shit you been on because I created it. That's what you're trying to say, right? I'll pay for it, though. I'll pay for the successful years that you had. You ain't having no successful years since I ain't paid for it. Let's be real. Let's be real. We can share this to the people that actually has love for me and talk to me. I can tag them in this live right now and had the same conversation and they would laugh their ass off because they know it's true. Because I actually had admirations and thought, because that's what happens. You get into friends with ain't shit ass people and they sell you this dream and the dream happens to be something that is right down your alley. And you like, yo, you know what? I'm going to handle this. I'm going to take care of this. I'm going to make sure we get to that next plateau. I did that with my own podcast and I'm going to continue to do it. I got the highest paid plan that you can ever have. Because you prepare for greatness. You don't buy the little shitty plans and then you can only get a certain amount of people to listen to you. And then when you get to that level, I guess I'll spend the money. No, fuck that. Why ain't you spending the money? Your dream needs to reach to a level that you know you can't attain today, but you're going to get there tomorrow. We don't have those type of motivational speeches with people because people want to create businesses to reach out to people because of what they see. But no, they don't have the people around them that see the same thing they see. And then when you actually get those people around you and become successful, those are the same people that's going to be there. It ain't going to be no 12 ain't shit ass people that's going to sit there and just be like, damn, all right, so what we going to do? Order some chicken wings. And a couple cools of beer and shit, and then just man, fuck it, just come to my house, man. We're just gonna do it at my house. Cause, yep, that nigga just blocked him. He just sent me a message. He said, "I blocked that motherfucker. I'm sorry, y'all some real ones, but I can't fuck with that dude. I just got the DM. Now what? Now what?" It ain't time to hurt his feelings some more and be like, bro, I can't fuck with you either. No, y'all just like some fucked up underwear that you keep wearing. Don't want to buy no more. I mean, the underwear, when you put your leg in it, the elastic's all fucked up. Then you put the other leg in the other one that feel good. So you only got one leg that feels good in the underwear that you like to put on.
And they got holes in them.
And they got holes in the back. You done blown the ass out of them because you just, it ain't because you fart bad. It's just because when you wash your clothes, you put that shit on the worst fucking setting. It's like you wash your underwear in tornado.
The agitator and the washer just be tearing them.
Boy, you done bought 5 washers in about 3 years.
You put it on the extra power cycle.
No, he got his fucking washer on domestic violence settings.
Damn.
He got his shit on. I'm gonna rob you and take all your money in your back pocket, and I'm gonna run down the street, and you think that I was Batman because I'm gonna be jumping in trees and shit. Like, this nigga just got an aggressive washer. He got a UFC washer. He got a UFC main event washer.
For no reason.
Just beating the shit out of his clothes. It's like 5 niggas in there with punching, but just beating the shit out of them clothes. As soon as you drop the soap in there, just piss them off and they agitated. So they fighting like girls. Swinging their hands and shit. Oh, fuck these clothes up. Yeah.
I'm dead.
I swear, there's people that got, I'm pretty sure there's people that got underwear they've had since high school. In their 40s. And then gain weight and everything. It's like, this motherfucker got on some
I would hope
boxer
not.
shorts that look like fucking tighty whities.
I would hope not.
I would hope not either, because I don't have underwear that I wore 3 years ago. Maybe 4. It's like, I'm like, yeah, I'm done with you. I got to go. Buy me a new 12 sets. Matter of fact, next week I'm probably gonna buy another 12 new sets. Some underwear with dick holes in them, because that's what I wear. Underwear with dick holes in them. I'm just saying.
I almost spit my water all the way out. Oh my God.
Peace and love to everybody that's joining and watching on Facebook. Everybody that had the opportunity to listen on any platform. As soon as this live is over with, it's automatically distributed to all streaming platforms to get podcasts. Apple, Google, iHeartRadio, Amazon. There is an Alexa. You can do an Alexa app, but you have to enable it. So you have to search for it and then enable the function. It's a whole bunch of getting around to doing it. If you ever want to do it and say, Alexa, play That's What I Said, the podcast, bam, it'll pop on there. So anybody that wants to know how to do it, hit me up in the DM on Facebook or follow me on all social media platforms. That's What I Said, except for Instagram. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, it's Twitter. On Twitter, my Twitter is That's What I Said 25. On TikTok, it's The Real That's What I Said. And I do my inspirational videos, or not really inspirational videos. They kind of just like, what the fuck moments. And stay tuned. Next week, we will probably do a very short podcast because I'm going to be in the revamping stages of the podcast. I'm going to be doing a lot more advertisements and everything, and it's going to take me about a week and a half to get all that done. So I probably won't do a podcast for 2 weeks. And I apologize for that. For the fans and everybody that listens, and for those that don't, you won't miss a damn thing. But we're going to take a break, do some business on the back end for a couple of weeks, and then we're going to come back the very last week of September, probably with some new intros and probably a new format. So don't be surprised, because we have to take opportunities to be validated, not only in the podcast space, but in the reality space of social media. So I'm really trying to get my podcast out there and try to make it something bigger than what it is right now. So if you rock with me, I appreciate it. If you support me, I appreciate you. Please keep supporting me. If you listen to me on Spreaker or on any of the podcast streaming platforms, at any given time you want to send me a message or DM, please send me on Facebook, Cedric D. Sanders on Facebook. Or like I said, all streaming other social media platforms. That's What I Said. All one word, no spaces. And you can reach me without the added 25 on Twitter. That's What I Said, 25. So with that being said, you got anything for the people before we get up out of here?
The only thing I have is thanks and appreciation for all those people that continue to follow us and listen to us and all that. I mean, I know we're taking a break, but it is, it's gratitude and love, and just really, truly do appreciate everything, the conversations that we've had, coming back. When we do come back, I really want to get the intent out there for people to hit us up on the That's What I Said page on Facebook, for different types of discussions. We want to interact with y'all. So hit us up there, hit us up individually, find us on social media, and, we'll get in touch with you and go over different things, or just hold that discussion. So with that being said, I'm out. Peace.
So I appreciate that, babe. So with everything that we've talked about tonight and everything that's been going on and, reality and everything, the podcast that we do is strictly for everyone that not only is a fan of me, but actually wants to get free-flowing conversation that's not about some bullshit, that's just actually true feelings about someone. And some things you're going to disagree with, and that's okay, because we're human people. But that don't mean you hate me because of how I see things. I mean, you won't listen to somebody because of how they see things. It may be a little bit different than how you see things, but at the same time, you can understand how I see things. And that what makes you a fan. That makes you actually, listen to someone. Because I'm not going to sit there and hold people to a certain standard of trying to change their life to believe certain things. But financially, this is something that I'm actually passionate about. So catch us in a couple of weeks. We definitely going to have segments on the podcast. And it actually might not even be called a podcast no more. It might actually be a show. We just may be able to just send it on the podcast platforms as a show. Because we can do that on the platform that I do my podcast. And they will still be live. But we need this time for a couple weeks to do some business decisions and business moves, do some things that we need to do, get things set up, not just audio, with a lot of things. So peace and love to y'all. Hope y'all have the rest of the great weekend. With that being said, I hope y'all actually just try and love on each other. Stay away from hating on each other, because at the end of the day, y'all don't need to hate each other. You need to love one another. Peace and love. We out here. Peace.
That's what he said with Cedric D. Sanders.
Bitch. What? Bitch.
That's what he said with Cedric D. Sanders.
100% real, raw, and uncut. Deadass.